Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. This week's videos are going to be a little bit different just because I'm not going to do any with makeup this week. I wanted to give my face just a good couple weeks of just settling in, especially with me being on my sugar cleanse. I thought it would be good, and especially I had like some weird lip rash kind of happening. I know, maybe TMI, but like it's definitely much better now. I almost think it was the toothpaste that I was using. Who knows? But again, I am on the mend with all of that, and it's nice to just kind of let your skin breathe. I think that's one of the many things a lot of people who kind of wore makeup on a daily have been going through and noticing that, you know, I'm certainly not doing the same things that I was doing previously when there wasn't a pandemic and people were going outside more regularly and seeing other people. So today I wanted to share with you 5 things that help me stay positive and productive. During this time, it's definitely been challenging because there are so many unknowns, because you really can't plan for really long-term goals. But there are still, I think, some things that you can do to help, either day by day or week by week, things that you can do to just up your productivity and definitely, I think, help just keep you a bit more positive and hopefully focused throughout your days. So the first one for me is setting a schedule. I really early on figured out, personally, this is not even with a pandemic, that I need a schedule. I have had different jobs where I've worked from home, and I always needed to set a schedule for myself. I've always learned that that helps me remain productive. And when I eventually got more full-time jobs that I actually had to go into offices for, obviously that's a bit more strict, and you know, you're supposed to be there at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever it is. I don't think any of that should really change when you are in a situation like this. If you're working from home, give yourself the same kind of schedule. Maybe you don't need to account for, driving or commuting. Hopefully then you'll get some more sleep. But give yourself a solid schedule of when you want to wake up and stick to it. You know, I think a really big part of this staying productive and especially positive is you just need to really hold yourself accountable. You know, I understand that especially a lot of things in life, they won't change, and your mindset and anything you want to accomplish in life will not change or won't happen unless you put in the effort to make it happen. And that's something, if anybody knows me, I give my all. When I go in and I do something, I truly give every ounce of who I am to make something happen and get things done. So for me, getting a schedule and staying on schedule, for me, which I just said, Lord Ashley. Anyway, I wanted to say for my Monday through Friday, when I am doing my work at home, I wake up probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock, get up, go do my workouts, which is my number 2, and then I get ready for my day and I start my day. I will shower usually right before work, or I will find like a 10-15 minute pocket window during my lunch break. But I try my best to stay on some kind of schedule. And I learned additionally that my second item is, if you can get a workout in, or if you can break a sweat while you are here stuck at home, I think it is really beneficial. There are study upon studies that have shown if you move your body and get up and move around, you are helping your mind. And obviously you're also helping your body. You know, you are creating happy endorphins, you are moving, you are getting yourself together. And I think there is something to be said about getting a task done. There are lots of things day to day that you can get done or do or try to motivate yourself to do. But working out is one of those things that I have definitely learned is you are not only putting your body first, but it's putting yourself first. It is choosing to take that time to better yourself, which definitely is a theme throughout this entire video. Now, my number 3 is starting with just kind of similarly to me working out, is writing down tasks and writing things down that I want to accomplish. Now, some of them are just day-to-day simple things. I will put on my list doing my laundry, doing my dishes, cleaning out Nico's litter box. I mean, I will put the most simple, mundane things that really shouldn't be something that I need to write down on a list, but having it listed out and writing things down really helps so that it kind of is removed in a sense from your mind and it's put down on paper. It's not something that's lingering and staying in your mind. And there's definitely something to be said. That's why journaling is so good for yourself and really helping you when you're going through difficult emotional times. You know, writing down your thoughts, getting things on paper really helps to kind of create some clarity. So work-wise, I will put down certain tasks that I want to get done. For, you know, here I want to edit a video or I want to get certain things ready and set up. I will write down all these tasks, and sometimes I don't get them all done. I get done the ones that I know I need to get done within that day, and the other ones I will move on to the next day. But having that gratification of scratching off or checking off something of a list, which my mother dearly loves to do as well, I think really helps your psyche and helps show you that you're not wasting time, because that is probably what is scariest about being here in a pandemic situation where staying at home is the healthiest for everybody if they can. And having a very Groundhog Day situation where you are doing and living the same thing over and over and over again can be very tiring on your mind and your body. So trying to create and get tasks done and do things that maybe you wouldn't normally do will really help so that you don't have this kind of start of depression of just getting so used to this everyday kind of thing. Try to set yourself, you know, if you're not used to writing down tasks, write down 5 things that you think you can accomplish in a day. Obviously, if they're really simple things like doing your dishes, put more. But bigger tasks that you really wanted to accomplish, reading a chapter in a book, you know, cleaning your bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, things that really help to make you just feel like you're getting something done. Accomplish something. Know that you can do it. Number 4 for me is something that I'm personally trying to work on and do better because, again, similarly to journaling, meditation. Having an awareness of your psyche and your inner conscious is so important. I've been doing therapy now for probably almost a year, and something that really does help is meditating and thinking, and there are plenty of different apps. I'm lucky through work I get to use Headspace, which is an app. There's also like Balance, I think Calm. There's quite a few different apps that you can use, and I bet even if you look on YouTube and you look up, 5-minute meditation, there will definitely be a meditation that you can do and try. But meditation is proven to be beneficial for anybody. And giving yourself 5-10 minutes of just bettering yourself and your mind, I think is just so, so important. So there was another thing that was brought up during kind of a work call about, how to stay productive. And one of the things that's happening a lot during this time is people are stressing. Stress always happens. I think stress is obviously a very natural thing. Being anxious about not doing, meditation right, or being anxious because you're not doing a workout right. All of these other things, and trying to let go and feel a bit of relief is extremely important. So along with meditation, there is this 5 minute of stress or 5 minutes of worry that you can try to do. So you wake up in the morning, or you do it at night, whenever kind of works, but usually morning I think is best. You wake up and you set a timer for 5 minutes, and 5 minutes only. And that is the period in which you can let your mind go down the rabbit holes that it will, of being stressed out or being worried, or what could happen, or what's going to happen. Am I going to lose my job? Is this person okay? Am I okay? How am I dealing with this? Anything, that your mind needs to kind of worry about. But once that 5 minute timer stops, know that you need to stop too. I know that sounds crazy, and it sounds like kind of not possible, but giving your mind that time to do it, I think really helps. And then also when you have these different meditative times during the day, it helps to get yourself aware that you've already worried about this. You've already spent time dealing with that. Why continue to waste your time? Be more productive. Do a task on your list. Make your bed every morning. There is I can't remember if he was general or what he was, or a Marine Corps, or where he was, but he said, there is something to be said about making your bed every day and doing a task, getting it done, and getting that self-accomplished feeling. That really good feeling of getting something done will help carry you through the rest of your day. Waking up and setting your mind to a goal helps. Setting your mind and knowing, yes, I am going to get this done. For me, it's become something much easier as I have gone through such dramatic weight loss and certain things in my life where I've always been such a hard worker that getting kind of tasks done really aren't that difficult. It's more of like laundry and cleaning that aren't my favorite things to do. I don't think anybody's favorite thing to do, but those are things that I write down. Cleaning my bathroom, washing the floors, cleaning certain things. Those are the tasks that I write down and I cross off my list, because I know when I am done, I will feel so much better that I actually accomplished them. And then number 5, my last thing here, is making a personal goal for yourself, a personal long-term goal. And I forget where they segment off what a long-term and short-term goal is. I think short-term is just supposed to be a month or less. And long-term is more than a month and going on months and years. For me right now, my goal is definitely this sugar cleanse, not having refined sugar, which I am now like 2 weeks into, feeling so much better. My last Wellness Wednesday, I kind of stripped down and talked about how I had some really difficult days, some of which may have been attributed to not having sugar. But understanding and knowing that I really want to better myself is what keeps me motivated and keeps me going. And knowing how far I've already come makes me realize that I can continue to push myself further, more, and know that I can accomplish more. So I ask of you, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? How do you want to better yourself? If we are not able to come together and better ourselves in a time when people need each other, you are only as good and help to the world as you are good and fulfilled yourself. Taking care of yourself, taking care of your mind and your body is so important, because feelings transcend through people. When someone smiles at you and it feels genuine, you feel and want to smile back. I know in therapy, we've talked about before how, if a cow goes off and gets startled by something and jumps, other cows are going to jump. This reaction of human nature, of animal nature, of different emotions and feelings definitely transcend through people. And if we can continue to better ourselves and be more enlightened ourselves, that will help to motivate other people to do the same thing. So I ask of you to set yourself a goal, whether it be making your bed for a whole month straight, whether it be going on a sugar cleanse, or starting the painting that you've always wanted to try to paint. Watch, a certain documentary you've always wanted to watch. Do something. Set yourself a goal that you want to do and get done. The most important thing, though, is sticking to it. Holding yourself accountable is probably the most important thing that I've learned. But make sure you don't beat yourself up either. There's a fine line between that. I definitely over-criticize myself for not doing enough. But understanding that I am ultimately on a goal and a mission to better myself so I can better other people helps to push me to stay positive and productive. And I hope for you the same. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this video perhaps helps somebody, and I hope you're doing well wherever you may be or whatever you may be doing. Try to do something you love every day if you can. Thank you again for being here. Bye, guys.